As Formula One gears up for the 2026 season, significant transformations are on the horizon that will reshape the landscape of the sport. With new regulations focusing on sustainability, technological advancements, and financial restructuring, teams must adapt their strategies to stay competitive. This article explores the plans of both new and established teams as they prepare for the upcoming challenges and opportunities. From engine specifications to driver lineups, we will delve into how these changes will impact the racing world and the future of Formula One. The 2026 Formula One regulations are shaping up to be a game changer, kind of like switching from a flip phone to a smartphone. Key changes include a shift towards more sustainable fuels, an increased focus on hybrid technology, and a push for simplified aerodynamics. Teams will now face tighter restrictions on the design of certain components to promote closer racing and lower costs. Because let's face it, not every team can afford to throw money at every problem like their Scrooge McDuck. With new regulations come new headaches for engineers and designers. Expect to see cars that may look sleeker, but need to adhere to tighter performance limits. The emphasis on hybrid power units means more efficient energy recovery systems will likely make their debut. Teams will have to balance weight reduction with increased component complexity. So we might see a lot of engineers pulling their hair out and possibly inventing some interesting new hairstyles. Safety is always paramount, and for 2026, the regulations include some nifty upgrades aimed at keeping drivers safe while they're hurtling at breakneck speeds. Enhanced crash structures and improved visibility regulations, alongside new protocols for driver safety equipment, are all in the mix. Teams will need to adapt quickly to comply with these changes, or risk facing penalties. And nobody wants their season derailed over a compliance issue, right? Rumors are swirling around potential newcomers to the F1 circuit, with several bold organizations eyeing a spot on the grid. Teams like Andretti are looking to leverage their history in motorsports, while others from the tech world are ready to inject their innovations into racing. Who knows? We could see the return of some classic names or the debut of fresh challengers ready to shake things up. Just imagine a team coming in with a name like Speedy McSpeedface. The press conferences would be a riot. Starting an F1 team is like trying to enter a high-stakes poker game with a handful of chips and no idea how to play. From securing funding to navigating the complex regulations, new teams face an uphill battle just to make it to the grid. They'll need to get creative with their resources and potentially cultivate partnerships with established teams to scale the mountain of challenges effectively. Spoiler alert, it won't be a walk in the park. For new teams, finding the right sponsors can mean the difference between being a footnote in history or a full-fledged competitor. The 2026 regulations may present unique opportunities for brands looking to align themselves with sustainability efforts in motorsport. Smart partnerships could pave the way for teams to access the much-needed funds and expertise required to compete. Let's just hope they don't end up with sponsorships from companies selling magic energy drinks or invisible paint. Established teams are no strangers to change. They've been adapting faster than chameleons on a rainbow. As they adjust to the 2026 regulations, expect tweaks to car designs, focuses on sustainability, and maybe even some friendly rivalries heating up as they scramble to stay ahead. These teams need to fine-tune their strategies and perhaps even rethink their approach to driver training and development. With new rules on the horizon, it's a whole new ballgame for longtime competitors. The top teams, like Mercedes and Red Bull, will need to analyze their strengths and weaknesses against emerging competitors. Rivals will be all too eager to exploit the new regulations, so seeing how they stack up against teams with less experience but fresh ideas could be the most thrilling part of the 2026 season. R&D is the lifeblood of F1, and for 2026, you can bet teams are already deep in the lab, ready to test out wild ideas that might just lead to the next big breakthrough. From advanced materials to ingenious energy recovery systems, the innovation race will be fierce. Expect to see a blend of out-of-the-box thinking and tried-and-true methods as teams try to hit the sweet spot between creativity and compliance with the new rules. The heart of every F1 car, the engine, is set for a makeover in 2026. Hybrid power units will become even more significant, with stricter limits on fuel powers and a push for energy recovery systems that would make even the most frugal person jealous. Expect to see teams harnessing their inner tech geniuses to create power units that are not only faster, but also cleaner. Goodbye gas guzzlers, hello eco-friendly speed machines. As teams strive to maximize their performance under the new rules, Aerodynamics will be the name of the game. Expect innovative shapes, clever use of airflow, and possibly some bizarre designs that make you go, what were they thinking? To slice through the air like a hot knife through butter, while also being as fuel efficient as a hybrid car at a green festival. Expect increased collaboration between teams and engine manufacturers. As everyone rushes to innovate and adapt, partnerships will be crucial for ensuring the best technology makes it to the racetrack. Whether it's pooling resources for R&D or sharing insights on performance tweaks, team-up strategies are set to take center stage. Let's hope they remember to keep the team spirit and not just turn it into a game of who can out-engineer whom. Financial implications for teams in 2026. Budget caps and their impact. As teams gear up for 2026, the budget cap remains the golden ticket, or perhaps more accurately, the lifeboat, keeping the sport afloat amid financial whirlpools. The introduction of budget caps has forced teams to be smarter with their dollars. This means no more money mountains drowning the competition. Instead, we'll see teams focusing on innovation and efficiency, ensuring that the clever ones climb to the top and not just the deep-pocketed. Sponsorship and revenue streams. In the world of F1, sponsorship is the sweet nectar that keeps the engines revving. With changes on the horizon in 2026, teams are scrambling to solidify their sponsorship deals for the new era. Expect flashy partnerships that extend beyond the racetrack. Think virtual reality, esports, and maybe even a chocolate brand that claims it makes you faster. Teams that can diversify their revenue streams will be the ones cruising into the future, while the others stall on the grid. Long-term financial sustainability. Sustainability, the buzzword that makes financial analysts swoon. Teams are realizing that the key to survival isn't just about winning races, but about building a stable financial future. Investing in smart technologies, minimizing waste, and fostering a culture of innovation will help teams stay relevant in the fast-paced world of F1. After all, as we zoom into 2026 and beyond, the teams that can balance the books while remaining competitive will be the true champions. Current driver contracts and market dynamics. The 2026 driver market is shaping up to be a game of musical chairs, and not everyone will get a seat. With existing contracts running their course, teams are eyeing the market to find the freshest talent, or maybe just someone who knows how to turn right and left without crashing. The dynamic is ever-changing, and savvy teams will need to navigate this landscape with the precision of a well-timed pit stop. Emerging talent and their potential. Keep an eye on the young guns. The new wave of drivers is not just coming, they're arriving with a vengeance. From karting prodigies to F2 champions, the talent pool is bursting. Teams that spot these racing diamonds early and nurture them will likely reap the benefits as they rise through the ranks like a well-oiled machine. And let's not forget, young drivers are often packed with a healthy dose of fresh ideas and possibly less fear of speed limits. Team strategies for driver selection. Selecting the right driver is like dating in the digital age. Every choice is scrutinized, and one wrong move can lead to heartbreak, or worse, a PR disaster. Teams must consider not just skill, but also personality, marketability, and how well a driver gets along with the existing crew. The strategy will likely involve a mixture of scouting, data analytics, and good old-fashioned intuition, all while praying to the racing gods for a top-tier driver who can also film a decent social media post. Impact of sustainability goals on team operations. Environmental initiatives in Formula One. Formula One isn't just about burning rubber. It's now about reducing carbon footprints too. Teams are ramping up their environmental initiatives to ensure they're not just racing toward the finish line, but also toward a greener planet. Expect to see investments in eco-friendly technologies and initiatives that transform the sport into a model of sustainability. Because who said you can't go fast and save the earth at the same time? Transition to sustainable fuels. Goodbye fossil fuels, hello sustainable fuels. By 2026, F1 aims to make the switch to 100% sustainable fuels, making each race not just a test of speed, but also a showcase of innovation. Teams are racing to develop cutting-edge fuel technology that'll have them zooming around the track while keeping Mother Nature smiling. This shift is poised to reshape the entire racing narrative. Watch out for green fuel logos next to the checkered flags. F1 teams are not just competing on the track, they're entering the global sustainability arena, competing for who can make the most significant impact off the track. With various initiatives aimed at carbon neutrality, waste reduction, and green technology, teams are stepping up to the plate. Whether it's powering their garages with solar energy or contributing to community projects, the new era of F1 will see teams becoming champions for environmental responsibility. Future of Formula One. Long-term implications of the 2026 changes. Projected trends for the next decade. Buckle up, 2026 looks to be a pivotal year, and the trends that emerge will shape the next decade in F1. Expect an increase in hybrid technologies, a greater focus on entertainment, and fan engagement strategies that go beyond waving flags and wearing merch. The sport will evolve, responding to changing audience expectations and technological advancements. And it might even include interactive racing experiences that let fans feel like they're part of the action. Fan engagement is the name of the game, and teams in 2026 will need to up their social media strategies faster than a pit crew on race day. With the world becoming more digital, expect interactive content, virtual experiences, and a hefty reliance on social media to keep fans buzzing. As teams foster community and deepen connections, popularity will likely soar. Who doesn't want to tune in for the latest on their favorite drivers' Instagram stories? As we race toward the future, Formula One is gearing up for global expansion that's as ambitious as a last-lap overtaking move. New markets in Asia, Africa, and beyond are ripe for exploration, and F1 is well aware. Teams are going to court new fans, while strategies will be tailored for diverse audiences. This means more races in emerging markets, dazzling new venues, and possibly even more party-like atmospheres that'll make every race feel like an event, rather than just another day at the office. As we approach the 2026 season, the evolving dynamics of Formula One promise to bring excitement and intrigue to fans and teams alike. The combination of innovative regulations, the introduction of new teams, and a renewed focus on sustainability will undoubtedly shape the future of the sport. By embracing these changes, teams can not only enhance their competitive edge, but also contribute to a more responsible and engaging racing environment. The road ahead is filled with possibilities, and it will be fascinating to witness how the teams navigate this new landscape. Frequently asked questions. What are the major changes in the 2026 Formula One regulations? The 2026 regulations focus on enhancing sustainability, introducing new engine specifications, and revising technical rules aimed at improving safety and competitiveness. Which new teams are expected to join Formula One in 2026? Several potential new entrants are rumored to be exploring opportunities to join the grid in 2026, with details still unfolding as the season approaches. How will the budget cap affect team operations in 2026? The budget cap aims to ensure a more level playing field by limiting team expenditures, which will significantly influence team strategies, resource allocation, and long-term planning. Role will sustainability play in the future of Formula One? Sustainability is becoming a core aspect of Formula One, with an emphasis on transitioning to sustainable fuels and implementing environmental initiatives that align with global efforts to reduce carbon footprints.